Hello, sweeties. Let's play. Let's get messy and have some fun and go on an adventure. Are you in? Grab your coffee. You're gonna need it. Hello, sweeties. Okay, are you ready to try something crazy? I had some packaging from my birthday stuff, and one of which was a very heavy-duty plastic. And I went, oh my god, snow globe. I need to make a snow globe. So I went to my Chernobyl page here. The original idea was to make a snow globe so all that poison would be contained, right? Well, the more I looked at it, and the more I looked at my little plastic dealie there that I'm cutting a circle out of, the more I decided, I don't want a snow globe so much. I want it to be in an orb. Just an orb. I don't know why. That made way more sense. So I made a circle that would fit, a little circle template out of the paper, traced around it, and started cutting through this plastic, which, oh my god, is so thick it's ridiculous. But I have a circle. The next part was figuring out, because I needed Chernobyl in the background there, plus part of that city. So I had to work out where I wanted it to be, and I need to cut it for the ditch, because there was no way my book would close, even if that was bent. That just wouldn't work. So I had to cut that. Place it where I need it. And then, yeah, staring at it to figure out what to do next, because that's how I roll. Okay, put down some parchment paper underneath my page. Figure out what I want to do. I'm just muttering to myself here. Get the placement just so, and draw around the plastic. Leaving enough room to open and close the book at the ditch there. And I had already, actually did? No, I don't think I did. Wait. No, yeah, I did. I'd already put matte medium down on this page. And black out everything around where we'd drawn the circle. And I'm digging this page. When it was finished, oh my god, it gives me all the feels, and there's a reason for that, which I will share very shortly. I had a fly. The bugs don't come in here until I have the camera on. Like, every time. The mister come running, he's like, what are you doing? Because I was cussing out this fly. I was like, every time the video's on. Every time. Yeah. So that's my craziness. See, right now, now that the video part doesn't matter, not a fly in sight. Not one. But I have lots of videos to do over the next couple days, and I bet there's bugs in here somewhere. I don't know. I don't know how they know, but it's infuriating. Okay, so blacken out the page. I think I cheated on this one. I don't think I waited for the whole thing to dry before I flick stars all over it. I don't think. And again, I'm just using the Apple Barrel matte acrylic paint in the black, because it works just fine. And yeah, if you've got a Walmart or some such near you, it's really cheap. So, or should I say budget friendly, but it works for me. Sometimes I do 2 coats, sometimes just 1, depends on a final look or how thick I put it down to start with. It's always different somehow. I tell you what though, it really changed the feel of the page, getting that outside blacked out there. It just, that was crazy. Okay, so painting, painting, painting. There we go. La 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 la. Okay. Yeah, I didn't wait for the black to dry before I made a little bit of watered down white. Also in the apple barrel, it's a matte acrylic, and I just flicked it everywhere. And I kept it, those little bits in the orb there, I kept those there. Since there was already snow on the ground in the background there, I figured that made sense. And since the original intent was a snow globe, I still ran with that theory. Okay, page is dry, and I'm playing with little marble bits that Dee Dee had sent me actually, and I love them. I've been hoarding them, but it's like, okay, I need to use these because I love them so much. I do need to get a book of marbles, I think, though. Stick those down where I want them before I start really messing with this page. Now, if you decide to do something that's crazy, oh, that's right, I was playing with ideas of lightning coming out of it, but I wasn't sure if that was a good plan yet or not. But for my orb, with the overall feeling of snow globe, I decided, I'm using just white glue here, I'm just going around the outside edge on the one side first. I decided it needed glitter in there, 'cause glitter. I don't know why, you guys. Like, oh my god. So, glitter. And since, yeah, since I have no idea what I'm doing, I put way too much glitter in there. So I just put plastic on the top there. And remember, it's just that outside edge that has glue. What I should have done was done a ring of glue, let it dry so it was raised slightly, and then put new glue over top of that to stick that on so that my glitter has more room to float around, because it doesn't shake really well. You really have to mess with the book to get it to go. But I didn't know that at the time, so do as I say, not as I do. It was crazy fun though. And glitter, yeah, I have glitter everywhere, as I do. And again, just around that outside edge. And I'd left that first side to dry overnight. Yeah, just trying to, because the book curves right there, I was trying my best to get that to lay flat to dry. It was quite the ordeal. And because that's the smallest side, it's not actually half of the ball. It was a thing. And then I was bored, so I figured I'd just start playing with stars and things. And you know me, I like my meteor showers. I like them everywhere, so yeah. Okay. Yep, just running around with a Posca. I can spend hours just doodling and messing around with Poscas. It's crazy. I love them. Giving some glow around the planets a little bit. Excuse me. Oh, must have coffee. Finally made it to my second cup this morning. I'm almost a happy camper now. I don't do mornings, you guys. Oh, that was a thing. Okay. Having a look. Now remember, it's just the outside edges that are glued down. In the ditch is not yet glued, which I'm about to fix in the craziest fashion possible. I probably should have used hot glue or something and just been done with it, but I wasn't sure how that would affect the book. So I am using Elmer's Extreme School Glue, which I love. And I am shoving that up under the edge of the plastic on both sides and making sure. I used packing tape, look at this. I used packing tape so I could squish all the glue that was in the ditch out, because this stuff dries hard, you know. So I wanted to be able to open and close my book. So I used the packing glue to contain glue and shove it up where it needed to be. And I've just left it there. It doesn't appear to be terribly obnoxious, so I've left it there. So yeah, I just kept fussing at it, making sure my pages move, making sure that glue was not directly in the ditch. I found, and I've kept the writing there so I could tell you about it, the hands that I used, I think it was out of a Forbes magazine or something. Says these hands have saved 6,000 lives. I think that number is actually higher, but I had torn the page funky. But that is a doctor. His name is Rene Pretry. I'm sure I butchered it. He's one of the world's top pediatric heart surgeons. And then underneath it says, what is it like to have a job with no margin for error? Pediatric heart surgeon. Like, oh my gosh, that's full on stuff. So that hit me in the feels when I found these hands. But how wonderful, I thought, would it be to use these healing hands around our orb containing Chernobyl. Like, maybe it's just me, I don't know, but all up in the feels, like, oh, it was just powerful stuff. So yeah. So that's what I did. And Jane, to answer your question, darling, as to how I fussy cut with great big scissors, I can't use tiny scissors. My hands cramp so bad and they lock up if I use tiny scissors for too long. I will use them occasionally, but for the most part I use my big kitchen shear scissors, which are actually for my art room. I don't know why, I just... Also, I'm not cutting out anything tiny finicky, which I try and avoid. I'll just cut it off and draw those parts in later. When I cheated, I set the image where I wanted it and just used what little thumbnail I have around the edge of that glue to get that to match. See? Ta-da! And then just cut out where it's creased. Precise measuring. Just kind of crease the page there where it's the images where they're going to hang over the page, so I know where to trim it later. Throw down matte medium. And on the back of the image, which with these, I hate like fingers where they're all separated and stuff because they just curl up immediately and it's such a pain to get them to lay down where they're supposed to. So yeah, took a minute. These pages take time, you guys. If you haven't started yet, don't be in a rush. like for real. I think I've got them down to 2 or 3 hours depending on the page. That doesn't always include dry time either. Keep in mind, I don't use a hairdryer or a heat gun. The noise is too much for my brain, so I don't do that. So yeah, this is the page I'm calling Healing Hands. And I don't know, I've left it pretty much like that. I don't know if I want to add anything or not. I love it as it is. I may add some glow or something around the orb later. Oh look, real time. Oh, that's right, I was trying to... The page is still wet though. The hands are still wet. I haven't trimmed them yet. Here. But I wanted to show you guys the glitter in there. Climb up on my chair. Yep. These books are so heavy. And yeah, I was trying to get the glitter to move some, but that page being wet was not helpful. I can get it to move around some, but it's a lot of work. So yeah, I should have popped that up a little higher to give the glitter more room. But there is in fact glitter in our orb over Chernobyl. And I love this page. I can't help it. I am so tickled. Even though it's kind of buggered. I am so tickled. Thanks for joining me today, you guys. You know, I love you. Have a good day. Bye.